I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these.
Oh my gosh, you cannot be that disrespectful. Who says this when you're married? Just wake up, Elaine's about to start yapping, but hey, it has been so long since I've actually made a dedicated YouTube video, and maybe one day I'll start making like a whole catch up with me on what's happened in the past like 2 years since I took a step back from YouTube. But I just needed to de-stress, and I literally just saw like the most disrespectful woman just going in on her husband.
My time has come.
If there's anything that's gonna get me to start making content again for YouTube, it is gonna be talking about relationship and dating dynamics, because I just find it so interesting when stuff like this happens. And I'm sure you do too, especially when you hear about the dynamic of how much the husband's providing for the wife and then the wife going in on the man. I find it so interesting. Also, I have been stressed the F out and I have been doom scrolling a little bit too much. So when I got like 2 minutes into this video, I was like, hold up, I need to discuss this with someone because I heard some of the most outrageous-ish and I just need to have a conversation. So today we are going to be reacting to Wannabe Alpha Male Exposes Simp Comedian. Wild title, by Too Lazy to Try. Too Lazy to Try has some really great videos and keeps up with the red pillish space. Give them a follow, go give them a like after you watch. But let's get into this reaction. I literally ordered some Mexican food. I've got my chimichanga staring at me. I've got my horchata here.
Nice.
Yes, we're doing a little bit of stress eating, but you know what? We all go through those moments. Let's just strap in and enjoy and get ready to yap.
I don't like, what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now, I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. It's just, those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots.
Like, Akaash is the extreme. Like, Akaash only dates brown.
Oh, okay.
Akaash has been with one girl in his life who is his wife.
That's my wife. That's an
So
Indian
this
woman that
is
was
like
important to
loyal
me.
through and through.
Okay.
The way I look.
Oh, wow. Okay, that was a lot just in one go. I tried my best not to put or not to read too much into clips because obviously this is from a much larger conversation, a whole podcast. I do not have the mental capacity to be listening to these podcast bros anymore. But from my understanding, this guy Akaash, who's the one who's involved in this whole scandal, for lack of better terms, he has the belief that when, like, okay, let's say like example, brown men should be dating within their race, and he finds it to be a little bit corny if you decide to date outside of your race, or maybe if you don't respect the women in your race. From my understanding of his point, it's because the women in your race represent your cultural values and everything like that. So at minimum, there should be respect, and I fully agree with that. I find it so freaking weird when I see women and men of certain races just going in on the women and men of their own race, because at the end of the day, what is that doing for you? What is that doing for the community? If there's infighting within the community, okay, keep it to the community, but to see the wars back and forth online with the men and women calling each other out for doing XYZ, it's not really actually solving anything. It's just you venting and then the problem continuing to escalate, right? So I can agree with him there to an extent. I don't think you're corny if you end up, you know, dating outside of your race or having preferences outside of your race, but definitely at minimum there should be a baseline of respect there, so long as it's like deserved. Obviously it depends on a case by case basis, because every race has the good, the bad, and the ugly within.
Look at it is, you know, you watch them fucking, you see them evolutionary charts from Neanderthal to Homo sapien.
Yeah.
Y'all are the first mother.
As a Christian woman, like, especially since, you know, my gift from God when I got baptized was not feeling that urge to constantly swear anymore. These podcasts throw me so far off. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all swear a lot. So if you see me like just like reacting, that's usually why, because the swearing, I'm just so not used to it at this point in my life.
Out of Neanderthal. But grow with your audience. Mature with your audience.
One person in the relationship, whoever cares less has the leverage, and we want the guy to always care less.
What? Tell me you've never been in a healthy relationship without telling me you've never been in a healthy relationship. Oh my. One person in the relationship should always care less. Honey, Ooh.
Emotional, damn it.
I know the some of the scandals that both of these men have been in, aka like straight up just going against all the advice that they give other men. So it's so funny to hear advice like that where one of you should care less, because if you've been in a truly healthy relationship, it doesn't matter who cares more, who cares less. There's going to be days when one of you shows up more for the other XYZ.
Damn.
And you're going to be showing up more, you're going to be showing up less based on life circumstances. But when you're showing up more than the other person, you're not going to be like, oh, like I'm caring too much, like I gotta pull back. You're showing up because you love that person. You're not going in with this mentality like it's got to be a bunch of games that you play.
Stop it. Get some help.
Once you meet the person that you're meant to be with and you realize that you are willing to level up and become a really healthy partner to maintain that relationship, all of this BS goes straight out the window if you are with a healthy and secure partner. Now, if you end up with a partner that likes to play games, okay, well, this is going to be your life. Y'all trying to do this whole push and pull BS. For the majority, if you end up in a secure relationship, this whole, oh, I don't want to come off as too clingy, I don't want to come off as, the person who cares more about this relationship, that's going to go out the window real quick. But I mean, I still do advocate for making sure that whoever you end up with is obsessed with you mutually.
Always have the leverage.
Childish as fuck.
And
bro.
you guys might not like
That
hearing
is
that.
childish.
But we truly feel.
I'm not.
that
These
you
aren't
have
new
to-
beliefs, bro. You're not telling me some shit none of us have ever heard. We all heard this.
I mean, I'm married. Akaash is married. Mark is married, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's possible. Now, granted, we might call you in 10 years and be like, y'all were fucking right. You know what I'm saying? But,
All right, so 3 years ago, Fresh and Fit went on Flagrant, and Schultz and the whole crew, especially Akaash, called them out for some of their controversial takes and how they run their show, which obviously started a beef that reignites every now and then. And it just did recently because Myron discovered Akaash's wife is trying to be an influencer.
Okay, wait. Imagine posting this thinking you put anyone in their place when your wife is fantasizing about having sex with other men, admits you're an ATM, tells you to shut up, and calls you stupid on the internet publicly. Clearly, your white knighting did nothing but lead to embarrassment.
Yikes.
Well, dang. I'm sorry, but when you... Okay, let me just say this. If you can get dog walked by someone like Myron, there's something wrong in your relationship.
A podcast bro should not be able to say that about your relationship. I'm just saying.
Dang.
Cast, which Myron's been having a field day with because she's the exact kind of girl they warn guys about.
Oh.
And she constantly humiliates Akaash on social media. Like, people just keep finding worse and worse clips, and it's painful to watch. I mean, this girl, she's up there with Jada Pinkett Smith, which she'd probably take as a compliment. That's how wild she is. Every guy watching this is gonna die inside a little. So, Akaash's wife, I think she's 10 years younger than him.
She is gorgeous. Also, her hair. Like, she's stunning. Just gotta say.
And she's trying to be an influencer, so she doesn't make any money, but she spends his money like crazy. Most of her videos are like shopping vlogs and vacations. And when she was asked if they split finances, she said, his money's our money and my money's my money. Which Akaash sounds really stressed out about. Like, she had him on their podcast and he started flipping out about how she basically won't do anything except spend his money.
For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Jasleen. I'm a stay-at-home wife, but I don't cook or clean because I don't feel like it. And my husband is a full-time stand-up comedian, and he buys me lots of nice things.
Now, I say I'm tired. She can't just let me be tired. I travel, I work, and I'm very blessed to do what I do. But when I tell my wife I'm tired, I want her to say, I'm sorry, baby. I understand. That must be exhausting, buying me all these things. Instead, she goes, so am I. If I dare open my mouth to go, what the did you do that made you tired? Now is a problem.
Oh my goodness. Are y'all getting the vibe that although, he's saying this and like they're making a joke out of it and she's laughing and everything, are y'all getting the vibe that like maybe he's hiding the resentment with the comedy? Daddy, chill. Because personally, if the man that I am with, regardless of the relationship status, went out and publicly said this about me, as the person who is supposed to be the closest to him, as the person who's supposed to be holding space for him and nurturing him, if he was telling the world publicly that I cannot hold emotional space for him in a world where a lot of men don't have emotional spaces to go to, like, and I'm supposed to be that safe space, if he was saying that he can't even come home and tell me that I'm, like, he's tired and I can't hold space for that, I would honestly feel so heartbroken. because that is something that I pride myself on as a woman who has come so far in her healing journey. I used to be a very dismissive woman, and past partners brought that up because I have a dismissive attachment style. Worked on it, we healing it. It's getting better day by day. And if I was to hear that feedback publicly now, at this point in my journey, I would honestly feel like the crappiest partner. So the fact that both of them are, I'm assuming like the woman who's laughing behind the scenes is his wife. If like the fact that both of them are like giggling and laughing about this, like it's a cute thing. Like, no. I would feel like the worst partner if my husband was telling me that he can't even come home and express that he's tired.
Come on now, dog.
Without me having to jump in with what I'm experiencing. That's so sad. Truly.
That was a fight. So I sit there.
I went to Pilates.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Yesterday, I worked the entire like morning to night, whatever. I get a workout in because I'm trying to be less fat. And then she's like, "Babe, can you take out Happy? I'm so tired." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And then take you to Mew Mew and you buy whatever you want. That's the bare.
Excuse me. Daniel, I didn't buy whatever I wanted. He limited me. I am on a budget. Okay.
Because you want a house that I don't care about. A house.
In the Hamptons? Is this the Hamptons? Oh, yeah, they're all the Hamptons.
And this girl's so out of control. She is hardcore feminist, feeling bad for her cop.
It's giving entitlement. Now, keep in mind, I'm saying that without going onto her social media, browsing around, because this could be rage bait. Absolutely could be rage bait. The rage bait tactic right now is very common right now for a lot of influencers to get a head start. And who knows, maybe behind the scenes, he's agreed, like,
Yeah, honey, like you can exaggerate, do this to get a start to get yourself, out there.
So this could be rage bait. Influencers do create scripts to create hype and everything like that. But girl, I don't understand how women like this end up existing. I always question them, like,
who are your friends? Where's your family? Like, is no one keeping you accountable? Like,
if I'm hearing this from your partner's mouth or I'm hearing this from your husband's mouth, we're going to have a private conversation later because this is problematic. If this is truly the dynamic within their relationship. Reading people's comments, I'm sorry for the man. I'm almost never sorry for a man. He's right. Girl, don't make me side with a man. Girl, don't make me agree with him, please. It doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman. Point blank. If you're going to be in a relationship, you should both be healthy partners. And this is why I wanted to make this video, because one of the things I see a lot in the pink pill space, so like the female equivalent of the red pill space, is that there's not enough accountability for when women are behaving badly.
I got you, homie.
It happens on both sides, but with women, we're more willing to let things go by, or we're more willing to ask, like,
oh, like, did you mean this?
Instead, we're more willing to make excuses, right? But this, like, if we're just taking the clips as standalone evidence by itself, like, this does not look good. This is not cute. This is sad. You're not a good partner. Just based on these clips.
Like in one of her most popular TikToks, she's yelling at him because she doesn't have enough room in her closet for all of her clothes and handbags. And the top comments are like, "I'm sorry for that man, and I'm almost never sorry for a man."
Do you know what my fucking husband just tried to do to me?
Yeah.
No, we're leaving. Shut up. We also just redid.
Did she does tell her husband to shut up?
Okay, I know everyone's relationship is different. One of like the baseline, like, you do not disrespect me. I do not care what the situation is. You do not disrespect me at all, ever. I will. My bags will be in my hands faster than you can say I'm sorry.
Be nice. I'm finding it. It take you that long to find it? It does.
Let me not get too mad. Shut up is not a term that we use in an endearing way, by and large. Like, sometimes you might goof around with your friends and then like, "Oh, shut up," like da-da-da-da. But like, just like the way that she said it, the tone that she said it with. And why do you want to document this? You can cut that part out. Like, it's not cute to be rude to your partner online. I don't know when this became normalized. Bring back shame.
Okay.
Because if I'm your friend and I see this and I hear that tone, like you saying shut up to your partner like that, are y'all okay? Are you okay? Do we need to go to therapy? Do we need communication classes?
Stop it. Get some help.
If I see a man or a woman being talked to like that in public, I'm concerned. Because if you're comfortable being that blatantly disrespectful online and having thousands of people witnesses, what are you comfortable doing behind closed doors? No, like, okay, I swear I'm not overacting. Like, listen to that tone.
My husband just tried to do to me.
Yeah.
We're leaving. Shut up. We also.
Honey, can you let me finish talking? Or just let him finish his point and then continue speaking? babe, can you give me a moment and then you can say what you want? There's so many different ways to ask your partner to wait for you and not interrupt you without just saying, shut up. Ew.
So just redid our closet.
This is all her closet now. She took the whole closet.
I don't have space for. Can you show?
Yeah.
I don't have space.
Oh my god.
I'm not doing
What kind
that.
of space exists?
I'm not doing that. We were supposed to build a wardrobe, but Akaash didn't want to do
For
it
me,
because he's too
because
cheap.
I took the smaller closet.
Do you know how much fucking space he has? Look, utilize the shelves, you idiot. Akaash, for real, I like my clothes spread out. Then, no, but like, no. I don't want them all in the same rack.
So it's really bad, and it just keeps getting worse. I'm sure people are stressed out just watching this, because also when she's not spending Akaash's money, she's publicly humiliating him.
Well, I'm just laughing because like Lazy's tone is just like, is so chill. And I'm over here, I'm just like, I feel sometimes overly expressive, but I feel how I feel.
On social media to try to make her own money and jumpstart her career. I mean, she has this dude completely wrapped around her finger, and because also she's the only girl he's ever been with, and looks-wise is out of his league, which comes with a price.
Okay, this whole out of his league, like, or like the league argument. I'm okay looking at them. Obviously, she's absolutely gorgeous, but he's a good-looking guy. Tell me your opinions in the comments, but I don't think that he's so out of, or she's so out of his league that it would warrant, you know, him having to settle for this kind of behavior. Men may have a different perspective on that, but as a woman looking at this couple, I'm like, they seem well matched. Let me know your thoughts. And maybe some women might find that insulting, like, oh no, like she's way too beautiful for him. But at the end of the day, what makes a relationship and a marriage last is not your looks.
I mean, we all get old, we all get wrinkly, we all get sick.
We are judging a good match purely on looks alone. No wonder the freaking divorce rate is so freaking high.
So she knows she has all the leverage, and she acts like it. I mean, Akaash, he's out there working all day so he can afford her lifestyle, while she sits at home reminiscing about her time in college.
Lazy just says, like, he's out there working all day so that he can afford her lifestyle. Let's not get it confused. This is a lifestyle that they had agreed to, or he had agreed to. Yes, life circumstances change, and if life circumstances change where he's not able to work as much to afford the lifestyle, they either need to agree to, you know, reduce their expenses so that she can continue to be a stay-at-home wife, and or maybe she might need to step into the workforce, which it kind of seems like she's trying to do by doing the whole influencing thing now. But I hate it when people see a man providing for the family or the wife, and people get sad about it, like, oh, poor him. There's men out here who want to provide for their family because they genuinely get joy out of it. It brings them a sense of purpose. It brings them a sense of fulfillment. And it seems like Akaash, at least from what we're seeing, agreed to this. Otherwise, why would he continue to be with her? Unless he just got comfortable in the relationship because she was his first girlfriend and just wanted to, and just like didn't think that he could leave the relationship, or he didn't want to. But
Get out of here. Get out of here.
let's not make it seem as if, oh, like this is a man who is purely like getting taken advantage of. He made her a stay-at-home wife, stay-at-home girlfriend throughout their relationship, and that was their agreement. That's what he agreed to. He may now wish to change that agreement, but we're not going to pity a man who made a decision as an adult and is dealing with the consequences of that decision. What we are going to pity him for is how his wife is behaving. But if he chose to provide, he chose to provide. And I don't think that's something that needs to be pitied.
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Get so painfully nostalgic for college. So for context, I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life.
You were what?
You were what?
I went to college from 2011 to 2016. I was popping my pussy and living my best life in these.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh my gosh, you cannot be that disrespectful. Who says this when you're married? Who says this publicly when you're married? Ooh, okay, let me collect my thoughts because I'm getting too heated.
Be nice. I'm finding it.
Imagine if your man or your partner went online to tell the entire world about how he misses his college days because he was getting so much. Imagine how that would make you feel. Imagine how embarrassed you would feel, especially when your friends and family are definitely going to get sent that clip. What is wrong with you? Why would you be okay with embarrassing your man like that? I can't understand. And once again, where are your friends and your family? Obviously, people are going to do what they want to do. Sorry, if you're my friend and you're out here like this, embarrassing your partner to such a grave extent, and I have a conversation with you and you continue, baby, I'm taking a step back, deuces. How does it reflect on me? being friends with someone who's okay with being so disrespectful to their husband publicly. Like, dang.
White boy frat houses, and I had a roster of guys that I would rotate through.
It got worse. It gets worse.
My disappointment is immeasurable.
Sometimes it like literally hurts my heart, and when the nostalgia is that painful.
My wife also hadn't had any sexual partners, so that helped us connect a lot more.
Let me ask you.
And I
So did he go on podcasts and lie about his wife's sexual history? Or did she lie to him about her sexual history? Or is she lying for rage bait? I've got so many questions, but Akaash, if she had partners before you, dude.
Oh my gosh, he probably never expected his wife to out anything like this or go online and say all of this stuff. Yo, that's wild.
So someone needs to take her phone away. I mean, that was brutal. I almost feel bad for Akaash, but he's probably just like, hey, at least she's doing something other than spending my money. And obviously, he should have known what he was getting himself into, but he was in denial. Like the most.
Okay, Myron said, your wife officially changed your name from Akaash Singh to Akaash ATM. Oh my gosh. Once again, if Myron can dog walk you, you're doing something wrong. Something's not right.
Most disturbing thing is she's obsessed with her podcast co-host husband. It's so uncomfortable. Like, she'll talk about how attractive he is all the time, and she'll bring up his dick, and she's begging them to have an orgy with her. And she's also even like, Akaash is great and everything, but I think your husband might be even better.
Okay, let me look. I feel like the actual proof is going to piss me off more, but let me shut up.
Ash is such a fucking king. Like, everyone knows he's the best husband, and I don't often find men that measure up to him. And like, Nav completely measures up to him, if not more.
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed for her.
Like, not in a weird way. He's so good looking.
Oh, thank you. Would y'all ever have an orgy together with your husband?
Priya, I'm actively trying to have an orgy because this couple is so fucking good looking, and you haven't seen Nav yet, but wait till you fucking see him. His body goes crazy. His face card always slays, never declines. And it's kind of weird because I'm talking about your husband.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm like, us for it? Okay, maybe.
I just know that Nav's dick is like at least 10 inches.
No, you would only be down for an orgy if we did
it's thick. It's thick.
I'd only be down.
Okay, no. Once again, this is why I cannot. Podcast bros and podcast girls, stop. I'm trying to collect my thoughts. Because why are you so comfortable talking about your friend's husband like that? Why is your friend laughing? Why is her friend laughing? If any of my friends ever said this about my partner, you're not my friend anymore. You are not going to talk about my partner in a sexual way. You're not going to express to me that you have sexual attraction to my partner, because do y'all see what the world is like? Like, be so delusional as to think that a woman who is your friend that is openly, publicly expressing attraction to your husband without any shame would not be willing to take some action steps to act upon that attraction. What I'm trying to say is use discernment. If someone is telling you that they're attracted to your husband and they want to have an orgy because they want to be sexually intimate with your husband, I would not trust your friend. I would not be surprised if your friend ends up hooking up with your husband at some point or tries to make a move on him. This is so freaking weird. Y'all let me know in the comments if your friend was expressing any of this to you. Never mind like publicly, like behind the scenes, like, oh, like, yeah, your husband's really good looking, and they keep bringing it up and then it turns into a sexual conversation. Oh, we should have an orgy. How would that make you feel? Would you still be friends with that person? Would you ever trust that person again? Because for me, hell no. Hell no. We are not friends anymore because I cannot trust you with a 10-foot pole. Some things are not meant to be said. It is okay to be like, oh yeah, no, like your husband's good looking, and you leave it at that. But now you're talking about his dick? Ugh.
We don't do that here.
Ew.
Yeah, so this is just sad to see. I mean, it sounds like Akaash is a good husband. You know, he tries to do everything right. He spends all this money on her, but it's not enough, and she still feels the need to.
Okay, this whole money equals, you know, the husband's doing something right in the relationship. No, money is not enough to be considered a provider. Being a provider also means being emotionally available, attending to your partner's needs, and still nurturing. Just because you are talking about the masculine or like the male in the relationship, being a provider is not just the financial aspect. There's still that emotional aspect and meeting someone's emotional needs. So although in this situation, yeah, Akaash is, I feel bad for this poor man. This doesn't necessarily mean that he is doing everything right in the relationship. Social media wise, it seems like he's showing up well, but unless his wife is completely lost it, or there's been a breakdown of the relationship of some sort, or she's just doing this for pure rage bait to get her name out there, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes out later on that there's been more going on behind the scenes. It reminds me of the Ace family, where once they ended up getting divorced, like she shares all of the cheating allegations and everything like that. In that situation, I would understand a woman like his wife coming out like this and being like this, but we haven't heard any such allegations about Akaash or anything like that, at least not that I've seen. So for her to be coming out like this, girl, is there something going on behind the scenes that we don't know? I just would not blatantly say, like, just because he's providing and he's paying for everything, that means he's doing everything right in the relationship. But I think we can all agree, like, you do not humiliate your partner like this publicly, unprovoked. Like, it seems so cruel, especially when you go online and say that he does do everything right, or like he's an amazing partner. If he's an amazing partner, then why are you humiliating him like this? Make it make sense. Like, your words and your actions aren't aligning.
Publicly humiliate him and try to hook up with their friend's husband. Also, they actually had their husbands on the show, and Akaash's wife again makes it very clear that she's really into this guy. Like, she keeps hitting on him right in front of Akaash, and the guy's wife too. You know, her co-host, I'm sure, is kind of uncomfortable about this. She's so awkward. She has no respect for Akaash, and he's like, yeah, I think the guy's great too, but it's kind of annoying how great he is. Which he's probably annoyed that his wife clearly wants to be with him, and she doesn't even try to hide it. She brings up the orgy again and his dick, and then said she's really nervous about meeting his dad for some reason. She just cannot help herself, and Akaash, he just sits there and takes it. You know, I guess he's at the point where he just has to let her do whatever she wants. So this is just such a mess. I can't believe it's real. I feel like somebody needs to step in and just be like, all right, this is too far. You guys can't be doing this podcast anymore. This is too...
We need a podcast police. We needed that. Like, when did podcast bros blow up? During the panty. We needed podcast police years ago.
Much embarrassment. And of course, she's giving Myron from Fresh and Fit all the ammo in the world to go after Akaash.
And I say this is the best husband I've ever seen. And I'm not even saying that hyperbolically.
Wow.
It's a little annoying. And then, like, he's just getting in better shape.
Off already.
We might have.
Oh, what are y'all doing this whole time? Drake is your Taylor Swift.
100%.
Exactly.
I'm toxic. How do you think I have to keep up with her?
No, he be saying some boss ass shit. What is the stuff he says to you that I'm just like, that's fire?
Oh, Nash just puts his dick out on the table.
There's a difference between a scammer and being a hustler. Two very different things.
Okay.
I'm a hustler who scams a little bit. I'm not a scammer who hustles.
Lie, that was sexy, and that's why I'm actively trying to have an orgy.
What? Lord, please save these people, because what is happening? Is his self-esteem so low? Like, I am the type of person, like, if I'm being blatantly disrespected, I'm getting up and I'm leaving. How can you sit there and take that? And it's good of him to, like, compliment the other guy on being a great husband and everything like that. But when it's within this context of your wife being sexually attracted to him and praising him and all of this stuff, like, dude, this is so sad. Like, does he have no self-respect? Like, and as the wife, like, why are you okay with this dynamic? I cannot understand. Does someone help me understand in the comments? Like, please comment. Like, have you seen other women who act like this, who behave like this? Like, what's going on? Is it a mental health crisis? Is it a sense of entitlement? Is it, like, I can't understand this viewpoint of being okay with publicly humiliating your partner. Like, what is happening?
Wait, he used to sell, like, buy and sell them.
Have you seen his Instagram thumbnail? You know, I've shown that to multiple dudes. Yo, look at my wife's podcast partner's husband. It's crazy. Ain't that crazy? I've shown it to multiple guys.
I've also shown it to multiple people. I'm meeting Nav's dad tomorrow, and I will say I'm fucking nervous because he has the... Not to be weird, but he has big dick energy, and he's obviously...
based off stories.
What? Yeah, he's a don. Let's face it.
But thank you guys for being on the Main Character Pod. We love you. We hate you.
I guess
respect
we love you, but I actually love you and want to fuck all of you.
Oh my goodness, what has happened? What is happening? Oh my goodness. I was like, I have questions for her parents, but it gets to a point where you're grown and your parents have nothing to do with this, because you get to choose your actions and your words, and this is what you want to put out into the world? Whew.
Yeah, so hopefully Akaash can get out of this mess, because it only seems to be getting worse. This relationship is not good for him. But of course, I don't think he'll ever be able to leave her.
Wow.
And Schultz, he has to be somewhat aware of this stuff. He said he really wants Akaash's wife's career to blow up, so then she has all the leverage in their relationship, which would probably mean she'll leave him. She already has all the leverage, but if her career blew up, then that's probably going to happen. So maybe Schultz thinks that's the best outcome because Akaash is never going to leave her, but let me know what you guys think.
So understanding that context, and of course we haven't watched the full video, but understanding that Akaash's co-host is saying like he hopes the wife's career blows up. Do y'all think that maybe she's just doing this for rage bait and maybe they have an agreement that she can say this stuff publicly to help her career? Because I wouldn't put it above people within the influencer celebrity space to concoct something like that and to plan something like that. To me, that's like the perspective that it's giving me. It's giving me, you're pretty, but for you to compete, like, I just go and say some outrageous things, get a few viral clips, and then, you know, once you've gotten a good following, you've amassed a lot of eyes, you've gotten a lot of buzz, then you can swap to making the content that you actually want to make. And you see, this is me like trying to give this woman grace in some way, shape, or form because I genuinely cannot fathom why you'd be okay with embarrassing your husband like this. Oh my gosh. Thank y'all for sticking with me. If you made it through to the end, you are an MVP. Definitely go and check out Too Lazy to Try's videos. And if you want to watch this all the way through without my yapping, definitely go and watch it. But yeah, make sure to share your thoughts below with me because I've just been shocked, flabbergasted by the blatant disrespect. And I'm still trying to come to terms with it. But if you found this video entertaining, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.